investor.
Right, he's never been particularly a fan of technology, but there are people who are more aware of these things, who also, for good reason, have some concerns. So let me put it a different way. What should your risk profile be? What kind of investor should be dabbling in cryptocurrency?
Listen, I think it's almost essential for every investor to have at least 1% to 2% of their portfolio in. Not necessarily because of all the gains they're going to make, but these technologies in 2 to 4 years are going to give every vertical a challenge. Not saying that the decentralized version of Uber will beat Uber, but it's going to be a challenge, and it's got a real value proposition. And so it's almost irresponsible not to have something on the table, because if you don't have a chip on the table, you never pay attention.
That makes sense, and as a diversification, if nothing else. I talked about the fact that some people do know are concerned, and they will point to, even though they believe in blockchain technology, they are worried that cryptocurrencies, there are still cyber criminals or rogue states or just nefarious characters who are really kind of controlling this market somehow. Blown out of proportion, or a degree to truth to it, that the inclusion of major institutions will swing that?
I think you're seeing the herd of major institutions slowly moving. We're in the New York Stock Exchange. I'd be shocked if within the next 6 months they're not participating in some form. And so we are cleaning the game up in lots of ways. But if you want to step back, money and the transfer of money is something that governments are really worried about, and I get that. And so when you conflate all blockchains and all crypto as money, it confuses things. I think, listen, governments can throw you in jail and they can fine you. And so there is going to be strong KYC and AML around the money piece of it. But Uber can't throw me in jail if I beat their business. Yeah. Amazon, if I try to go to a decentralized cloud, can't throw me in jail and fine me. And so where the real revolution is going to happen is in these verticals.
Listen, it's early days.
So on the first part, I feel like if you haven't had a chance, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully after you watch it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, eventually please sign up. Get into cryptocurrency. He stated it's kind of foolish not to own 1 or 2%. So if you're an investor, you want to be diversified. And like I said, I think it's fine if you only want to put in 2% or 1% into crypto of your total investable assets, because like I said, you're trying to first learn about it, and there's a lot of just interesting aspects of the market where I wouldn't feel comfortable putting in a large sum of money if I was new. And like I said, you could just stick to his philosophy where it's like you just want limited exposure, 1 or 2%. You'll see it's an interesting market. I started very, very low. I put in the same amount, like less than 1%. And what's unfortunate is I started in July when the market was under, I believe, 100 billion, maybe even 50 billion. And so I kind of regret not being more bullish. And then what is unfortunate is that when I really started to feel comfortable was at the top, but I didn't really want to buy at the top. So I waited. And then once it went under 10,000, I thought it was a great deal. Obviously, it went below to 6,000. So I had to kind of dollar cost average and put in more money. And like I said, I will actually keep buying more and more as I feel more comfortable with it. And I'm slowly, I guess I'll go ahead and make the statement, I'm slowly selling my stocks and taking some of that cash, my bonds too. I'm slowly selling all of that and putting it more into crypto. So this might be a bad play, and I'm not recommending everyone do this, but yeah, I'm getting more and more heavily invested in crypto. And if you don't know me, over 50% of my net worth is in real estate. So no matter what I put into crypto, it'll never match my real estate holdings, and that's also most of my income now comes from real estate. I do own a medical diagnostic company too, that helps. But anyways, on the second end of the black market part, please, if you haven't had a chance, go through my channel, watch some of my Max Kaiser videos. I had to mention this before, but Wells Fargo, a lot of these banks have been committing crimes and even accepting money from Mexican drug cartel. I don't remember, I believe it was Deutsche Bank or something, but banking itself has been very corrupt. Pablo Escobar has used cash. A lot of drug dealers have used cash, and there's always going to be a medium of exchange for the black market, whether you use cryptos or not. And it's just interesting if you'll never see it from a mainstream media outlet. CNN, CNBC, they're never going to make this argument where our banking system is very corrupt. They commit a lot of financial crimes, and they just get a slap on the wrist. And a great example is Wells Fargo CEO. They were frauding a bunch of customers, opening up fraudulent bank accounts. And what do? They fire him and give him a $200 million severance package. So this idea that crypto is bad and corrupt, it's actually the cure. Instead of it calling it the rat poison, fine. Cryptocurrency is the rat poison, and guess who the rat is? The banking system, the banking cartel that nickels and dimes us and takes fees and makes a bunch of money off of us. I mean, look at some of the billionaires. A lot of the billionaires, a lot of their wealth has been created obviously through business, but some of them is just financial guys, and they don't create anything. They just figure out ways to leech off society and profit on those gains. Anyways, I'm not going to go on a long rant about this, but if you do have a chance, please go through my channel. I definitely make more in-depth analysis, and if you don't have if you're watching this on YouTube, please check out Max Kaiser and the Max Kaiser videos that I share. I think that will give you the information you're looking for if you really want to see the difference between investing in crypto and our current banking system and our governments. But thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.